The Movie Bar Podcast.
Welcome to the Movie Bar Podcast. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Movie Bar Podcast. I'm John.
I'm guessing this week I am the entity known as Justin.
I'm Billy.
How you guys doing this week?
It's got
Doing
me.
okay. Yeah, we're fine.
I gotta go back to work.
Yay!
It's only for a week.
Boo.
Yeah. This is going to be a short week. Kids are leaving Thursday. Christmas party Wednesday. Hunter's Christmas musical is on Thursday night.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that.
What?
Hunter's in a musical.
It's the fucking Christmas.
School play,
Yeah.
there, blah, blah.
Yeah, so
Well, if you want to go, it's Thursday night at 5.
where?
I found a clip on Facebook where it was the Gremlins from Gremlins 2 when they're all Christmas caroling.
Yep.
And they were like, school concerts be like.
True.
So I messaged Jamie. I was like, will you ask Hunter if this is what his school concert's going to be like? He'd probably laugh, but. All right. A little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah. So the next installment of the Evil Dead series will be called Evil Dead Burn, and it's releasing in 2026. Can't wait. I like Evil Dead Rise. So I've liked pretty much all the Evil Dead movies. So
I'm kind of shocked Kyle didn't just break in through the window behind you and be like, it's gonna be the next Evil Dead.
Kyle swings on the Evil Dead movies like fucking Tarzan.
they're great movies. Can't blame them.
Are you done with that, John?
Yep.
New Meet the Parents movie is in development. So this should be
What are they going to
interesting.
call this one? Little fuckers?
I don't know.
Because it's
I
been
would
long
feel
enough
like
to where Greg Parker's kids could have kids.
That's probably it. They're probably turning 18 or something like that. And
Yeah.
that's going to be their whole, or their daughter's going to get her first boyfriend or something. And he's going to
Oh.
try to
Circle of
do
Trust
what was
block.
done to him. And
Yeah.
Robert De Niro will only be a cameo.
He'll have kids too.
He'll have another kid.
And yeah,
I think they're a
Exactly.
little, well,
just to mess with them.
Well, that'll be interesting. When's that? So that'll probably be 2026.
yeah, at least. If at all.
Okay, and lastly, LG stops making Blu-ray players.
They heard you weren't buying them anymore and you're going strictly to 4K. They said, fuck it, we don't need it anymore.
Marking the
still-
end of an era. Limited units remain while inventory lasts.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not just Blu-ray. I mean, 4K is still technically Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you can't use a 4K player to play a Blu-ray.
Okay.
You have to have a 4K specific player.
I
Play
think John
4K
meant that.
videos.
John
I
meant
think you
that
got it
backwards.
What?
So John, you
You
meant that backwards. You can
play
play
a
a
regular
Blu-ray
Blu-ray
on
Yeah,
a
you can
4K
play- yeah.
player, but you
But you
can't play a 4K on a regular Blu-ray player.
Yeah, it's the same thing like when they stopped
Yeah,
making
I
DVD
know.
players.
But you said it the other way. So
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all. I was just pointing out that you meant it the other way.
Well, as long as you still got a PS4 or a PS5, you can play Blu-rays. So fuck you and your LG Blu-ray players.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Eric.
Eric.
Eric. Remix.
all right.
It's right down there. I
Attractions.
thought you were writing down a note. Edit this shit out.
Yes,
Now
now
that
it's
you know
time.
how.
Coming attractions, yeah.
coming attractions. Okay, our first up, we have 28 years later, coming out June 20th. This looks really good. I haven't seen the others, so I want to. And I know I can't see 28 Days Later yet because it's not available anywhere.
Now, if
Huh?
only you had a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I know. Only. I mean, I have a Blu-ray player and I have Blu-rays, just not that
Yay.
one.
Then coming soon, we have The Brutalist.
It's an
No,
awards. It's an awards.
it's awards bait.
movie. You know how long it is?
I don't care for that crap.
It's like 3.5 hours long. This movie actually has an intermission in it.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to boast about.
I know. It's
Well, it's in the name. This
Oh, yeah.
shit's brutal.
mhm.
Yep, that'll
Yeah,
not
but-
be on the list to watch.
Nah.
I'm sure Kyle will be there first night, opening night.
No.
maybe.
And coming February 21st, we have Old Guy.
That looks
uh,
fun.
It does.
Yeah.
Old hitman. Yeah,
With
Hey,
arthritis.
the new guy takes take it under wing, and yeah. I'm
But you
watching
notice
it.
all these action trailers are all the same, like yellow and
That might just be your TV.
Yeah, you might want to check that.
no, it's not just my TV, you
Or your
fucking
vision.
dicks.
Oh, I didn't have any problems with mine.
No, I didn't mean like, the wording is all in yellow. I didn't mean the fucking picture was yellow, you dumbasses. It just reminded me of like Nobody.
Say what
and-
you mean.
Yeah, I was thinking you meant the whole screen, and I was like, I have no idea
No
what
idea
you're
what the hell
talking
you're talking
about.
meant the wording.
All right.
'Cause it
Well,
was the same thing with Novocaine.
the next movie is The Rule of Jenny Penn, and I'm pretty sure that was all yellow and gold.
And they were
Lettering
all
too.
yellow.
2025. This looks very interesting. John Lithgow's in it. It takes place at an old people's home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of that one? I didn't
Yeah,
realize
The
that
Rule
was
of
the name
Jenny
that one.
Penn. Yeah. This looks
Yeah, I
looks
saw that.
nuts.
I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? John Lithgow plays crazy person. You know it's gonna be good.
No.
He's so good at that role.
Mhm. Then on March 14th, we have Novocaine. This looks fun.
Yeah. Jack Quaid.
Yeah, I
pretty-
This
can't
could be
feel
entertaining.
pain. Yeah. It's kind of like a ragdoll video game.
Mhm. Guy who can't feel pain.
Well, it can backfire spectacularly.
I like when he grabs the frying pan and the other guy grabs it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's going to be third degree right there. You might want to go run that into some cool water.
Yes.
And then lastly, we have Return of the Living Dead, the sequel nobody asked for.
Oh, stop. I want it.
Well, I'm excited for it because this is the same production company that did Muck and Kill Her Goats and Fog City.
Yeah.
I like those movies.
Okay.
With an O Productions, Steve Walsh, who's from right here in Massachusetts. So
Well, I mean, I think that the that little teaser that they did was pretty good.
Good. Yeah.
That was a fairly imposing
That's Tarman.
zombie strut, you know?
yeah, but it
Not
was
sexy
ruined
much.
because they said the announcement was coming Friday, and then Thursday, all these fucking media outlets had it that it was a new movie.
Welcome to the internet age. Everybody's got to be first.
All right, what you guys watched this week? Justin?
Damn it. Well, fix yourself. I watched It's What's Inside on Netflix there. That's that we watched a trailer for it a college age party game where they all switching personalities of bodies and all that shit. It is pretty interesting. I watched Red One. Yay!
What'd you think?
It was okay. It wasn't great.
I didn't really.
It's okay. I missed the chunk of it, but it was to write home about. It's not going to be, the family tradition or anything like that.
Typical rock movie.
Yeah. I watched National Lampoon's Vacation because fuck yeah.
Yep.
I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation because fuck yeah.
Did you watch the second one?
European Vacation.
No. Christmas Vacation too.
Oh.
No. No, thank you. No. And I watched Santa's Sleigh. Which, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
That'll do.
All right. Well, I started with Silent Night, Bloody Night, which was an old 1972 movie about. I don't know. I kind of.
You didn't even remember.
Yeah, I watched it right after we recorded the last episode, so it's kind of foggy. It had something to do with this house and people who owned it, and got turned into a psych ward or something. Whatever. I watched Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special on Tubi because I haven't watched that in 30 years, and it's Pee-wee Herman. Why not?
You didn't go to the movie theater and diddle yourself afterwards, did you?
No, I didn't. Call that doing a Rubens.
But it's so much more comfortable now that everything reclines.
Yeah. Get the arc. Get it on the back of people's heads.
And I mean, with what they're doing with the popcorn buckets and the recliner, I mean, they're practically fucking begging you to.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I watched Justice League Crisis of Infinite Earth Part 3. Finished that off. All right. I watched the original Black Christmas, 1974. Watched Santa's Sleigh. Watched Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Then I watched, this one was just excellent. I watched Killer Raccoons 2, Dark Christmas in the Dark. It's a very low budget
Christmas
movie.
in the Dark.
Dark Christmas in the Dark. Name the title.
The title for the first one is something equally ridiculous.
Yes, it's it's Coons, Night of the Bandits of the Night or something like that.
No, you can't say that.
What? No, it's about raccoons. It was done by the Ohio State film department or something. As a project. In part 2, they actually took it's pretty much the entire story is Under Siege Part 2, Dark Territory, but they take half of the terrorists and have them as raccoon puppets. Yes, with little machine guns.
So the acting is so much better in that one, I would assume.
It is so much better. It is so much better than Steven Seagal. But yeah, I honestly I say give it a shot. It's worth it.
Please tell me it's a raccoon that delivers that great line. Assumption is the mother of all fuck ups.
It's not. No, it's not. But they do. They change the line.
Oh,
It's pretty much the same thing. The mother of all boo boos. But it was funny. Yeah, the only person you'll recognize in the whole movie is probably Ron Jeremy, and I think one of the guys from Impractical Jokers is in it too. But yeah, it was funny. It's worth a watch. I highly recommend it. Just so you watched it. And then I watched Rare Exports on the last drive-in. John, you wouldn't like it. It's Finnish, so there's a lot of subtitles, very little English. but
He
I
loves
enjoyed
movies
it.
that have an ending.
Well, he might want to watch it just because there's so many naked old guys in it. A lot
That's
of
why you're
naked-
so
Right,
raunchy
yeah.
today, Billy. You watched a bunch of naked old guys.
Exactly it, John.
He's got the jingle jangle in his dingle dangle.
That was it. That's what I watched.
That was it.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I've had a productive weekend.
Ooh.
Didn't watch a single movie throughout the week, so this is just Friday to today.
Oh boy.
I watched Dear Santa, the Jack Black movie.
What you thought?
I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
what
funny.
it is, yeah, it has its moments. And then I watched a movie called Dead End. It has
It's a story about our lives.
Ray Wise and Lynn Shay, and they're driving to her mother's parents' house for Christmas, and they got the 3 kids in the car. They're all adult kids, but and then fucking one by one they get picked off. Fucking twisted. Then there's a big twist at the end. But
It was
that came up under Christmas horror, so I watched that. And then I watched All Through the House, which was even more twisted. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Then I watched Santa's Sleigh and Secret Santa, which was Christmas Massacre on Amazon, but on Letterboxd it was called Secret Santa. It looked like a fucking 1970s porn movie.
So you enjoyed it a lot.
No, I said it looked like. I didn't say it was. And then I watched Mercy Christmas. This was interesting. Like, this
Okay.
girl invites this guy to go to her parents' house for Christmas. It turns out that his boss is her brother. And what they do is they bring unsuspecting people to the house and they cut them up for meat. But I mean,
For a
This-
second, I thought it was a Hallmark movie. It
Yeah.
was her brother's boyfriend, whatever it was. I was like,
Yeah.
oh God, is this one of your goddamn Hallmark movies? And
No.
they're like, "Can they chop people up?" I'm like, well, that's a Hallmark movie I would watch.
I would watch this one. I mean, there's one scene where the fat guy is carrying the guy with no legs on his back with Christmas lights. And the guy with no legs beats the piss out of somebody with a fucking iron. And he's like, get up, turn around, let me fuck about some more. Like, that shit was funny. Then I watched Once Upon a Time at Christmas. Santa comes back to kill his family after being in the psych ward and does it to the tune of the 12 Days of Christmas. Then today I've watched Just Friends, the Ryan Reynolds, Amy Smart movie. And then I watched Xmas, which was an Amazon Prime movie where a guy's family invites his ex-fiance over for Christmas because they don't think he's coming. And he shows
Sounds
up.
like something Mongo would do to you.
Yeah. Even he can't stand that bitch.
Which one?
Uh,
Crystal, what the fuck are you doing here?
that would be the one I was talking about. Then I watched Red One. Yeah, it was okay. Typical rock movie. And then I watched Red Christmas, which is about a mother who invites her kids over for one last Christmas in the house before she sells it. And then it turns out she had an abortion when she was younger. And because the child had Down syndrome, and she already had a child with Down syndrome. But boy, when he fucking snaps at her in the movie, that shit's hilarious.
John, you're digging yourself a hole. You might want to cut that section out after last week's little mishap too.
No, I didn't say anything derogatory.
You said
And
the
last-
Elfers was hilarious.
What?
Nothing.
And then lastly, I finished Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 Initiation. And all I'm going to say is somebody owes me some money for that shit because that's fucked up.
Fucked up how?
Watch it and let us know next week.
No. I want to know fucked up how. Like, fucked up like that shouldn't have been made. Fucked up like I need therapy. Or
Both.
just fucked up as in like that is just like it shouldn't have been made. There's bad acting, there's a bad story, it was just bad.
D, all of the above.
No.
Wasn't that bad.
Well, now it's time for the feature presentation.
Grandpa, I want the truth about Christmas.
If it's the truth you want, then it's the scary truth you're gonna have.
According to the Book of Claus, Santa, Satan's only son, lost a bet and was forced to spread Christmas cheer. But now, all bets are off.
Santa?
Yes, there is a Santa Claus. Ho, ho, hoes.
Santa Claus is not a myth or a legend. He's real. Only he's not bearing gifts and presents anymore.
Christmas can sure scare the dickens out of people.
He's scary yet educational.
I'm just trying to spread a little Yuletide fear.
Are you saying Santa is offing everyone who's naughty and nice?
Nicholas shot him!
You shot Santa?
Run away! Santa's on the loose!
This holiday season,
Ho, ho, ho.
lock your doors, bolt the windows,
Aw, Grandpa got run over by a reindeer.
Everyone stand back. Things are about to get a little messy.
and block the chimney. 'Cause naughty or nice, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa's sleigh.
Go ahead, kids. Let's see what Santa got you.
I hate children.
This week we
Get
are
rid of that
covering.
button, John.
Fuck you.
Kill that button.
I like my button.
Sounds horrible.
Well,
You just heard
this
him.
week's feature presentation is Santa's Sleigh. After a millennium of spreading Christmas cheer, Santa Claus reverts to his demonic self and gives the gift of fear.
Yes, this movie was rated R with a runtime of 1 hour and 18 minutes. Director was David Steinman. Released on DVD December 20th, 2005. The budget, it was funded, from what I could find, through Indiegogo, one of those crowdfunding sites. Had a budget of between 30 to 50,000, and I'm pretty sure they spent 95% of that budget in the first scene and for the first 10 minutes. Box office is only 6,900. That's worldwide. It didn't have a wide release at all, I think, in the US. It had a release in Canada, but nothing wide. So that explains the whole box office thing. It was basically straight to DVD. It's currently available on Stars and available for purchase on streaming sites. So, yay.
Our cast of characters. We have Bill Goldberg as Santa, Douglas Smith as Nicholas Yulson, Emily DeRevin as Mary Mackenzie, Robert Culp as Grandpa, Dave Thomas as Pastor Timmons, Saul Rubinek as Mr. Green, Don Bland as Bouncer, Christian Fraser as Bartender, King Law as Security Guard, Tom Tiny Lista Jr. as the gas station attendant, James Caan as Darren Mason, Rebecca Gayhart as Gwen Mason. Chris Kattan as Jason Mason. That's a terrible name, isn't it? Fran Drescher as Virginia Mason. Alicia Loren as Beth Mason. Annie Sorrell as Taylor Mason. And Vince Russo as Strip Club Patron.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
You didn't know Shit Stain was in there?
Yeah.
It's got Goldberg. It's got Shit Stain written all over it.
Yep.
Was Russo in WCW at the time?
Probably.
No, this is after WCW. Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was.
2005. Yo, well past that.
Wasn't he in WWE this time? When did he go to WWE?
I'm sure it's how fucking. I'm going to tell you right now, that's the connection. That's why this got made.
Yeah, probably.
Because Shit Stain owned a fucking video store. And that director guy or whatever was probably one of his buddies.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That's
right.
just the theory, but he is a shit stain, so that's the way it goes.
Easy corny. All right, so let's discuss the premise of the movie. Santa Claus loses a curling match to an angel and has to disappear for 1,000 years.
Not disappear. He has to bring joy and
Yeah.
peace for 1,000 years. Which is
And
why
see, I'd do the same exact thing. The minute that fucking shit was up, I'd go right back to being an asshole.
Yep.
Tenfold because I'd had to be so nice for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of any other movies around this time that compare to this? I'm sure there was some low budget.
Oh, there's all kinds of low budget movies, but I wouldn't know the name of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this would be Goldberg's second movie after Ready to Rumble. It was weird seeing him with hair.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But
I mean,
the location, was it
Yeah.
a good setting for the story they're trying to tell?
yeah,
Sure.
small
It kind of
town
plays
USA.
into it. Yeah, it was like the name of the town was Hell's something.
Yeah, Hell's Township.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it kind of plays into it. So we
I mean,
knew
they're-
where to find him.
They wanted to call it Hell, Michigan, but they probably, the town didn't want it. So they had to change it slightly. Because there is a couple hells in there. So,
Hell's Kitchen in New York.
yeah, but there's actual hell.
Yeah.
Hell, Michigan.
Um,
And hell does freeze over.
was the setting realistic or stylized?
It was realistic.
Yeah,
Very much so.
that small town feel. You know, you got the deli and you got the fucking crazy old lady and
A fucked up family
yeah.
Yep.
that clearly has money.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
With
That's,
Fran Drescher.
my God.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like all the big names in this movie were in that first 5 minute scene. And,
This movie
So
was
I
like
alluded
a
to a
virgin
scene
on
that I
prom
had
night.
seen
yeah.
that I couldn't wait to watch this movie, and
The dog scene. Yeah.
it
which
was
part
that
of the
scene.
first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like everything
After
that you
that, it was
talked
a
about that
letdown.
you are so excited for, John, happened in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and that was it.
And it blew
Although-
its load.
Although-
Blah!
although I did enjoy like how Bill Goldberg didn't have like the 9 reindeer.
Why
whatever
did
it
he
is.
call the bison? Why did he still call it a reindeer?
I don't know. That was funny,
That
When he
pisses
ra-
me off.
especially when he ran the old lady off the road.
reindeer.
It's like, that's not a fucking reindeer, dumbass. You've been hitting the head
Yep.
too many times.
Yep.
That's CTE right there, motherfucker.
Does this movie deliver on the horror?
Some horrific acting in here for sure.
I mean,
There was
there's
some
some
interesting
decent
kills.
kills.
I mean, the menorah through the throat, the opening
Mhm.
scene. I mean,
Mhm.
I do like when he punt kicks the dog
Yeah.
into the fan,
Yeah.
and he was a hell of a shot with the Christmas tree topper.
Yep.
Um,
The whole of the strip club scene there.
Yep.
Naughty.
Yeah. Why does Santa always say that? Like before he kills somebody.
I did like Dave Thomas though. I thought he was great
Justification.
as the pastor there, and he's like,
I don't want to see no change. I see change. They want dollar bills for the homeless.
yeah, and then yeah, he wanted all the bills because he was going to the strip club right after.
The gold digger.
Yep.
You know it.
Oh, that was awesome. He was great, and he somehow managed to
Hey.
escape.
One way or another, it was going to charity.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's lovely.
Was there anything you liked best about the movie?
Goldberg kicking the dog. That's about it.
That was
Yeah.
pretty fun. I mean, it wasn't like some of the deaths were pretty good for the budget, considering what I was expecting. I got to give it some credit. It could have been a whole lot worse.
What did you like least about the
Curling
film?
in it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was an odd choice, curling.
Oh.
And what did you like least about the film? The hour and 13 minutes after the opening scene.
Yeah. I
The
don't
fact
know.
that he kept fucking calling it a goddamn reindeer when it was a fucking bison.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but
It was nice seeing that old lady get what she deserved.
it was.
She was a bitch.
Some people got what they deserved. Yeah, well, I won't argue that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite scene in the movie, Justin?
I'm trying to remember the movie at this point. Nah, the opening scene. I mean that was it. That was
Yeah.
the best part of that movie was the opening scene.
Yeah, there was so much in so little time. Like,
Yeah, I know. I
You know, when
texted. I was watching. I texted you like right after. I was like, I'm pretty sure this movie just wasted its entire budget. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's it.
I'm surprised they got all those big name actors for that
Yeah.
one scene.
Yep.
But when he
After
comes
that,
in,
it's just Robert Culp and Dave Thomas. That's it.
and he rolls on the table. He puts the fucking steak knives through the father's hands. He sets Fran Dresser on fire. He
Mhm.
sidekicks Chris Kattan into a fucking bookcase, and the one daughter falls back on top of spikes.
Mhm.
She killed herself. And the other one he hit with the star.
He busts through the chimney.
Yeah.
He's the Incredible Hulk or the Kool-Aid Man.
If you were to watch this film again, what would you focus on?
Oh, focus.
There's a very simple answer to this. I wouldn't watch this shit again.
No, I would just watch the first 5 minutes and then shut it off.
Yeah, I saw what I came to see.
Do the countdown till the dog gets kicked.
I don't know. I think John
Yeah.
would kind of fast forward to the gold digger scene.
Yeah, he would probably shoot forward, be like, all right, I got a couple of seconds here.
Wait a second. Okay, now, that's a rewind. Play.
Fuck you. Well,
Yeah, Bill, this isn't the fucking 80s. We've got the internet now.
I know.
yeah.
Everything is free at the palm of your hand.
I watched plenty of movies with boobies this weekend. Let's talk about casting. Did they cast the movie well?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, Robert
If the
Culp
movie was the first 5 minutes, yes.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like all the big names were in the first 5 minutes. Other than Tom, like I said, Dave Thomas, Lister, and Culp. But I mean, even like the kid who played Nicholas, he was okay. And
Yeah.
the girl who played Mackenzie, yeah, she was all right. I mean,
I like when she handed him the gun and like for Christmas and
mhm.
like, no, it's a transformer.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you guys have a favorite character in the movie?
I'll go with Grandpa. I like Robert Culp. I mean,
A little,
I like the priest.
little bit fucking delusional,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
he knew what he
Pri-
was doing.
yeah, him or the priest. I can see that. I mean, Dave Thomas is always funny.
Yeah. Least favorite character in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Santa.
Yeah, it was just mean.
Well, you know, it had to have been made just based off of his popularity at the time, because
It's all they were
2000
running off of.
2005, I think he had debuted in the WWE at that point.
Yeah, wasn't that 2004?
Yeah, because when Benoit killed his family in 2005, right?
Think
So Eddie Guerrero was already dead. And I think he was wearing a Santa's Sleigh shirt when he cost Brock Lesnar the title at No Way Out.
I don't know.
Anyways,
No idea.
that's too long ago. Where does this film fit in the history of film?
The garbage bin. No offense. It's not going to be remembered. For anything.
No, this is the one you go. This one sits near the toilet paper in the bathroom, in the magazine rack, because you go back for that first 5 minutes while you're taking a shit, and then once it's done and you're done, you get up and you go.
Okay. Let me throw this question at you. What was worse? Bill Goldberg and Santa's Sleigh, or Hulk Hogan and Santa with Muscles?
Oh,
With muscles.
I don't think I've ever watched that one. I think that's one of the ones.
Did you make me watch that last year? 'Cause
Last
if you
year?
did, if you made me watch it last year, I've watched it. If not, I haven't watched it.
I don't think I made you watch it last year. I think I made you watch it when I found it on Blue DVD years ago.
I don't remember.
It's got
actually watching.
the dad from that 70s show, Bob Pinciotti, and Mila Kunis. And
I don't remember it much. I
Nope,
really
never
don't
watched
remember
it.
it. It's
But
kind of
Hogan's a
starting to ring a
horrible
bell, but I don't remember the movie. So
he plays, like, Hulk Hogan plays this big, like, rich, like, health nut who gets amnesia, and he ends up as a mall Santa, and then he's trying to save an orphanage.
here's the difference between Hogan acting and Goldberg acting. Hogan has always been a goofy douche like that for kids.
Yep.
With his over-the-top characters and all that shit. He's always been that. Goldberg has not. And Goldberg has never been able to carry any of it as far as the talking, or he has the look. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, he
And
didn't
the
even really
posturing.
talk.
He has the posturing.
Yeah,
He doesn't even have the moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
He
very
didn't even
stiff.
really have to talk in this movie.
Yeah.
Very
So,
few
I mean,
lines.
it's not even comparable. I would still say Hogan would be a better actor.
That's not saying much, though. That's a
No,
pretty
that's me.
low bar.
It's a low bar, but
Well, I'd take Santa with Muscles over this crap any day. How does the film end? Is everything resolved? How? If not, why not?
it's not resolved. Why does he keep calling a fucking goddamn bison a reindeer? Not resolved.
Well, he has his final showdown with Grandpa, even though he's already killed him.
Well, he was already dead. Oh, yeah, I mean, he was an angel already, so.
But he gave it up.
Okay.
He gave it up for love.
Yeah.
And
Then they had to
because
have
he
that
did
one
it
last curling match.
again, he got to be an angel.
And the one last curling match at the end in the ice rink.
Mm-hmm. With the portal to hell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the Nutcracker. I forget what the Nutcracker did.
It shot like something out of its mouth.
That's right, yeah. So after the final showdown, they try to take Santa out, and Nicholas convinces the gun club. You got to love the Laramie guy.
Yes. It's coming right for us.
And the girl's father with the fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Do you think they were trying to set up a sequel when they showed him at the airport?
Yeah, probably. Got to leave it open.
And of course, he's
low
got to
budget.
get his shit in, wearing his Goldberg hat and saying who's next. What were you thinking as you finished watching this film?
Thank God it's over.
Yeah, it still wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But that was, once again, a low bar.
Let's talk about the runtime, 1 hour and 18 minutes.
The runtime's fine.
Thank God it wasn't an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's 12 minutes. I'm glad I didn't have to give up.
Sequel potential. Does it have a sequel? Does not have a sequel. At this point,
No.
it's coming up on 20 years next year. So
Yeah, they could always do a new version with a bigger
It's not
budget,
good.
better
Just
acting.
us talking about it could lead them to think, oh my God, there's interest in it. We need to do a sequel. And I feel bad if that happens.
no, there's not. There's no interest here for a sequel.
No, I'm just saying, just by us talking about it, they might, like that dude last week, tweet out that it's a good listen and not not listened about it first.
You think he actually listened to it?
Probably not.
I hope not.
We haven't gotten any cease and desist orders yet, so maybe I'll tag Goldberg in this week's post.
Oh God. He's probably not on Blue Sky. He's probably still on X.
I don't even think he's on X. I don't think he's on anything.
Might not be.
Just
too
the
busy.
boys.
He's too busy planning on his last match. All right, would you recommend this movie?
It's a very important 30 seconds. No. I recommend the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Justin on that. The rest of that, just stop it. Everything you need to see is right there.
I recommend that GIF that goes around now.
Yeah.
After that, give up.
Billy, do you recommend this movie?
Maybe as a one-time thing, just so
I wouldn't
that
even.
you
I
saw
wouldn't
it.
even. If I had watched this before, we definitely would have been. Wouldn't be watching this right now. I've
But
owned
we
it for
watch
years.
everything, John.
Doesn't mean we have to share it with the world.
Yes.
Banshees of Inisherin.
If
Don't
I
need to
have
share
to
that
watch
with the
this goddamn bullshit, you got to watch this goddamn bullshit.
Yeah. All right, Justin, why don't you throw some ratings at us?
IMDb gave it a 5.3. The Rottenest of Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 40. And Letterboxd gave it a 2.7. Johnny boy, what do you give this?
I give it a 2, and that's being generous. That was just for the
I was
dog,
going to say steaming pile of poo.
just for the dog punk kick.
Billy?
I say 2.
2s all around, baby.
All right, we all agree on something.
Do. Now, next week, we will be continuing our Christmas horror series. Thank God it'll be the last one. With The Mean One, starring David Howard Thornton.
Art the Clown himself.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One of those horror movies that came up when, you know, the rights to the character had entered public domain. I am looking forward to that. Unlike, well, I was looking forward to this, but fuck,
Yeah.
man, I was let down.
So shut your mouth, John.
Shut the fuck up, Billy.
Jinx it.
Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
Before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and the places that you listen to your podcasts.
And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at movie_bar_pod and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook, and also on Blue Sky at moviebarpod.bsky.social.
Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the reels rolling, and we will catch you next week on the Movie Bar Podcast.
Toodles.
Goldberg.
Who's next? I think Gilbert would have been a better fit for this movie.
That would have been awesome.
Remake.
CGI Gilbert.